Kamara. And you have Israel Adesanya, which is a Nigerian. He had swept through kickboxing that basically took over the middleweight division, which is 185, and now he's fighting for a light heavyweight title at 205. And then you have other Jakes in the lower divisions. They just dominate, So, the scriptures say one shall be stronger than the other. The Israelites shall be stronger than the Edomites. It says, it gives you pretty much all these precepts that we go to. Psalms 137 verse 7, Ezekiel 25 verse 12 to 14, Amos 1 and 11, Obadiah, they put down, Obadiah, which is one chapter long, verses 10 to 14, you can really read up to 18. So, Edom is spoken about in between 500 BC and when the Lord came on the scene. So we can narrow it down to during that 500 years period, Esau was destroyed. So there would be some form of evidence. There's no evidence of Esau or the Edomite kingdom being destroyed. So guess what, vocab? Esau is still here. Now it says here, the last paragraph, Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures, which is the Bible, the only book that contain prophecies. And that's why you think Sarnettinism is always bringing up the Bible, because that's the scriptures can't be mated with any other book, pursuant to Isaiah, the 34th chapter. And why? Because of the prophecies. It says Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgment. It's a great future judgment. So even the people that put this book together, the scholars, whatever you want to call them, they know that Edom is still here. It says, see, notably, Isaiah 34 verse 5. Now, you see the picture on the wall here, on the screen of this Edomite. And this is a video put up by Remnant Save 144 Bar entitled They refuse to accept their inevitable destiny, which is their destruction. So it says, she is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from the Most High. So if the Most High is going to destroy your kingdom, he's going to make it known in history. When the Egyptian empire was destroyed, we still speak about that today. And the Egyptians never came back into power. So you can go to this video and watch the video, because this Edomite, like I said, he was asked a question and he said he couldn't answer it. He had to go do the research. And in one part of this video, he said he admits that the Edomites are still here. And then another part, he says that they're not here, in a roundabout way. mean, you can watch the video. I'm not going to let you listen to the Edomite, but you can watch the video and see for yourself. Now, he mentions two scriptures from what I read from the Zandavins. He went through Isaiah 34 and Isaiah 63. And he admitted that's a future prophecy. But you know what? If you do too much research and you realize that points to you or fellow so-called white people, which are really Edomites, and you can see that the man is red, you're going to deny it. You're going to say, well, the Edomites are done away with. We're not the Edomites. So not only do they have to disprove that we're not the Israelites, they have to disprove that they're not the Edomites. And they are the Edomites and we are the Israelites. Ezra in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter said, 9th verse, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the kingdom is coming when the Most High uplifts Jacob, or Yaquab. So we're in that time. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but if you go to the Southern Poverty Law Center, they had a list of pretty much all the One West groups. As a list, they had all the GMS New York, GMS Dallas, GMS Houston, GMS Philly, GMS LA, GMS this, GMS that. And then they had the IUIC. They had the different, they would mention also ISUPK. As a matter of fact, Johanna did an interview back in, I believe this was 2009, with the Southern Poverty Law Center. So it's like a map. When you go to their site, it's a map of all the so-called hate groups. Now, what makes us a hate group? I don't know. We're not a hate group. We're a love group. We're really a truth group. We're dealing with truth. All right. When we talk about Esau being destroyed, Esau going into captivity, we're just quoting what the scriptures say. Why is it such a big deal? If somebody kills a family member of yours, and there's scenes, you can go to YouTube, of people that lose it in courts and try to jump and to get the defendant, they might get to him and hit him with a chair or grab him up and beat him a couple of times, or the whole family jump in. Can you call them can you call that family a hate group? No. If anything, that's a mad group. That's people that want vengeance for this individual killing their son or their daughter or whoever. And when Esau declares war against another nation, is that an act of hate? Is America a hate group? Well, what you would say is, no, they did this, so we gotta go get them for it. Well, that ain't hate. That's called payback. And payback is a bitch, Esau. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you with one last scripture, Revelation 13, verse 9 and 10. It said, "He that leaves into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword." Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Now, can you call the Bible a hate book? Because that sounds like hate to me.